Ted Lasso co-creator Brendan Hunt explains why Ted and Rebecca didn't end up together. For a time during the third installment, it seemed as though the Apple TV Plus dramedy might be building towards an exploration of the titular Lasso, Jason Sudeikis, and Rebecca Welton, Hannah Waddingham, getting together romantically. Ted Lasso Season 3, Episode 5, particularly sees the two characters sharing a conversation that was seemingly heavy with foreshadowing. But ultimately, Ted returns to America and Rebecca is reunited with her previous love interest. During an Ask Me Anything session on Reddit, Hunt discussed the Ted and Rebecca relationship in 3 different responses. Hunt, who created the series with Sudeikis, Bill Lawrence, and Joe Kelly, in addition to playing Coach Beard on the show, said that the possibility of a relationship was considered but only out of professional responsibility, and never with enthusiasm. In his replies, included below, the co-creator also talks about how television has taught viewers to believe that the male and female-led characters will always end up together. Out of professional responsibility, yes. But never with enthusiasm. We have been taught by years and years of television that when there is a male-led and a female lead, they end up together. That can be hard conditioning to see past. They are soulmates. That does not require romance. As the chances of Ted Lasso Season 4 remain unclear, Hunt brings up a very real television tendency that exists. Even Seinfeld, as irreverent as it was, and as famously indifferent to the rules of television, toyed with the idea of Jerry and Elaine having sex to save their friendship. In the Seinfeld finale, it seems for a moment that Elaine is about to confess her love for Jerry. But unlike what Hunt is saying, Ted Lasso doesn't do much to actually discourage the idea of Ted and Rebecca as a couple. Even in the Season 3 finale, one scene that teases Ted and Rebecca might have spent the night together. It ultimately turns out to be a misdirect, in service of a visual gag involving Coach Beard, but the suggestion is there even in the show's potentially last episode. If the show had always positioned Ted and Rebecca as soulmates outside traditional ideas about romantic and sexual relationships, there may have been a way to represent that better. But given that the option was never fully taken off the table, it would have likely been interesting to explore given the chemistry between Waddingham and Sudeikis. At the moment, with no clear updates about the future of Ted Lasso, it sounds as if Sudeikis is done playing the character in a leading capacity. Though the potential relationship with Rebecca has most likely sailed as a result, they still provided the dramedy with some of its best scenes even if their endgame wasn't always clearly defined.